All right, let's exit. Let's exit out of here real quick. Email marketing. Oops. All right. Okay. So let's close this. We don't need it anymore. I think it's we need to go. Let's go and set up the email first, and then we'll come back to get response and add it. So we're gonna go over to A2 hosting. Log in. Pull up our cPanel. cPanel. All right, so I do two things. All right, I see where under email. It's the first. It's the second after welcome. The second head in the second category that says email. Um, what are we looking for? Email accounts. Straightforward. Come on. All right, so you see my other ones. All right, so we are going to create. Pick a domain. Pick the domain that you're focusing on. Now let us select a username. I'm just gonna let's now I normally just put my first name and maybe my last name. Um, you don't have to do that. I set up three major emails that are important that I feel is important. There's more than three, but the minimum is three. I have an info at domain.com. I have a contact at domain.com, and I have a first name at myname.com or mydomain.com. So I would do this Antonio S at cashflowdfy.com. I let I let I generate you can make your own password or you can have the system generate your own password. So I go ahead and let it generate. The good thing about this, if you log in using your cPanel, you don't need to remember this password. But if you're creating it for other people, then you would forward them this password so they can use it to log in. And then I would just create it. Okay. So now it's created. The second trick that I do is a lot of times I don't log into this. So I go back, I hit this three by three squares in the upper left hand. I go back to emails, and now I click on forwarders. And then I want to select which domain I'm managing. Cash flow done for you. Oh, no, not all domains. What are we doing? Cash flow done for you. Oh, okay. It automatically shows up what's available. I guess you could have done all emails. All right, so that shows it's showing what's already available, what's already been used. So I'm going to add a forwarder, and I am going to type in Antonio S. I'm typing in the same name that I set up the other account with. Now, what's real good is you can use this to put in any other name that you put out there. So if you put out, I don't know, ABC at mydomain.com, you actually don't have to set up an email first. You can just have it forwarded to whatever you use. So let's say you use Gmail, you use Yahoo, you can automatically have those emails forwarded. I like to set up email accounts because it actually stores it in the system, and then it forwards to my Yahoo or to my Gmail, whichever one I'm using at the time. And then also sometimes when people want me to, or I have to reply to it, I actually go back and log into this because my reply is going to come from my name at mydomain.com. So that's when it comes in handy versus coming from your Gmail. Just if you're reading it in your Gmail and you reply to it in your Gmail, it's going to come from your Gmail. And you might not want that might be your personal email address. You might not want it out there like that. So, all right, so I selected it. I'm going to select the domain that I'm working with. Then I am going to select the forwarding address that I'm working with. Antonio TTK 0. This is 01, right? Yeah, that's why it's probably, yeah, that's why, so I can keep track of it. At gmail.com. Now I just add the forwarder. All right, so now I have that set up. Now let's head back to, don't close out yet. We're gonna have to come back here one more time, but let's head back to get response. So far we've done two things. We set up an email account at A2 Hosting for the domain, for the email address that we're going to use here, and we also forwarded that email to our main whatever email address we use on a daily basis, because it's no need to have to log into multiple email addresses. You can have everything forwarded to one, and you can sort it out and address what needs to be addressed on whatever comes your way. You'll be taken care of. So over here on the main page, get response. You see this right hand and upper right hand corner. It's the profile icon. We're gonna click on that. We're gonna manage our account. Let's manage this bad boy. Okay. See that little box in the left where it says account details, change password, email addresses, landing page domains. We want email addresses. Of course. Let's refresh that back. Let's refresh. You're not stopping us today. Not with this momentum. You're not stopping the train. So we're gonna add a domain. All right, perfect. So this name is gonna show up in the emails. What's wrong with this thing? So it's from me, Antonio S. And what was the email address? Antonio S. I should probably put Antonio S 01 so I keep track of it, but we'll work it out on how to keep track of it. At mydomainname.com. I'm gonna add it. All right, so let's double check what we have. It was Antonio S. That's what we used. I can see it. Yes. Antonio S at cashflowdfy.com. Okay. Now, that's why I didn't have you close out, because we're going to have to verify it. So, got it. Let's verify. Email address added. Refresh it. While I'm here, I'm going to refresh it to see what happens. Okay, see, it's it added it down below, but it's labeled as unconfirmed. We don't want that. We can't use that. That's unusable. So let's head on back. A2 Hosting, upper right hand corner, you're gonna see a 3x3 box. So you're gonna get used to that if you need it. Email. Two ways you can do this. You can either go to wherever you forward it, your personal email address, and it will pop up and you can confirm it from there. Or you can go and log into the actual email address on your server. So let's just do the server just to show. You already know how to log into your email address. All right, so email accounts. I have a bunch of them, but we're looking for Antonio S. All right, I found it. And you see that? Let's check him. Let's check our email. Logging in allows me to choose which one I need. Let's use that. Okay. Please confirm new email address. Get response. How simple is that? Confirm. And it brought me back to get response. And my email address has just been authenticated. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of the rest of these. So now we're closed out. Let's go back. Oh, it won't let me. All right. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I had to scroll up. We're going to go back to our autoresponder. Remember this, we're doing this for our autoresponder. And you see the one that we made for day 0, our welcome message, it is off. This is, you can actually turn it on from here and off if you just want to disable it for a second. But we're not ready yet. I'll just demonstrate it. All right. So and you see the stats? It shows you, all right, so we got autoresponder name, we got the status off and on, we've got cycle day 0. You can update that if you want to make it your day 1 welcome. You got something else you want to say initially. It shows you how delivered, just says how many emails actually were received, how were delivered to that mailbox you intended to. Now, this is going to be important because if you've been just copy and pasting email swipes, your delivery rate is going to be low. They're just going to go to Gmail, go to Yahoo. They're going to scan them, say, "Oh, this is spam," and send it out of there, and it's not going to be considered delivered. It's going to show you how many people open it as a percentage. So if you have 100, 10 people open it, it's going to be 10%. Click, out of the people that open it, how many people click your link? If you've got 100 sent, 10 opened, and 1 person click, you're at 1%. So we want to send out these emails. We want to make sure we want to send out quality emails. We don't want to copy and paste our swipes. Please, I repeat, I can't beat that drums enough times. Do not copy and paste stuff. Do not do it. These email swipes, they've been around the block. Trust me, they've been around the block. They're promiscuous. All right, so we're gonna edit. I hovered over those 3 vertical dots. Edit, and now our email should pop up in here. Because we don't want to send it from a Gmail. That's just a little bit unprofessional. Even though everybody uses Gmail. There it is. From Antonio S. CashflowDFY.com. Reply. When they press reply, comes back to me. We got our subject line. We already designed it. Add that nice picture, that beautiful picture. Now we're going to save and publish. Saving it, saves it, and publish it means we turn it on. It is now active. All right, autoresponder publish. So, all right, so let me go back home. Now I'm going to show you how to upload your leads. This is exciting. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. This is so much information. Oh man, you guys just don't know how lucky you are. I had to tough it out, and then I came across someone that taught me the right way to do things, and I've been following that routine, following that blueprint, and it's been working out so well for me. So let's go ahead and jump on it. All right, so all right, it won't let me. Why not? There you are. Okay, so let's jump on this Excel. All right, good. So this is, when you download it, it's going to be a CSV file. Usually when you open it, if you're on Microsoft or on a PC, it's going to open up in Microsoft Excel. Whatever you're on, it's going to open up. It should look like it should be some sort of sheet like this. So I'm going to recreate what you should see. You're going to see something like this. All right, so let's add our first leads. TTK02@gmail.com, and then Antonio. And I opt in today. This is my current time. It's end of the month, man. I'm so excited. Funnel name, track and tag. All right. So let's say funnel name is VSL. Track and tag. All right. So remember, we created track and tags when we forwarded our affiliate link. We did a slash and then whatever we were tracking. So let's say we did a slash affiliate link slash TikTok. That's where this will show up here. TikTok. And the lead capture page is the one I told you. Oh, capture page 3. Look at that. Oh, 3. So let's add a couple. Let's duplicate that a couple times. Paste. All right. Let's do this. So 0, 3, 3, and 4. And I'm gonna leave everyone. If you create another, if it said something else, if it said YouTube, the tracking tag would show up as YouTube. And so when you download your leads, you're gonna see where these leads are coming from. There are other stats on the Myth dashboard, but this one we're just gonna show you this one, demonstrate this one. And then you put Insta. You can abbreviate. You don't have to spell out YouTube. You could have put YT. Oh, you know what? Don't forget, we also sent out MLGS2, MLGS3. We also did, listen, I wish there was a 4. All right, so let's do this. Let's keep it going in order. Those are the 2 that we sent out on, I recorded it myself sending out. We also did traffic authority. You can use abbreviations. All right. So I'm gonna save this. Let me see where I'm saving it. Make sure I can find it. Let me just save it. See where it's saved. Okay, so it's asking me. I'm gonna save it. All right, so save it. So know where you saved it. All right, saved. I can close this. Close all of that. Okay. All right, so now let's keep moving forward. Let's go to right here, contacts. Your free account has a limit of 500 contacts. You can add 498 more because we already added our names, our own email addresses. So you know what? There's also a way to. Let's go back to the autoresponder. Is it? Oh, it sent it to me. I'm gonna check it, see if it went through. I doubt it's delivered. I didn't even change the. Okay, so that's what happened. If you look under day 0 welcome message, there's a linked list right there. See it? All right, so don't forget to link your autoresponder to a list. Leads. That's why I delete that default one. See, I didn't have that problem. First thing I did was delete the default and create my own. So this one automatically. So now we know. Luckily we caught that before anything happened. All right, so we created an autoresponder and we linked it to a list. So we want to link it to a list because whenever someone is added to that specific list, it's going to trigger this autoresponder. So don't forget that. Don't be like me. Don't be backwards. All right, update. All right, so that's good. It's good. See, it's all right. We sometimes we stumble, but we get back up and we continue on. We don't let it slow us down. So now back to contacts. I want to add contacts. It's not highlighting, but it's on the right hand side. Add some contacts. Select our list that we're adding it to. We're adding it to our leads list, and we want to make sure it is added to our autoresponder cycle. And it's going to start at day. If you were to click here, it would show more because we're going to eventually have day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And the trick to that is to just reuse those emails that you after you edit them and put them in your own words. Reuse them as autoresponders. That's it. we're repurposing these things, reuse them, and find the best. Let's find the best ones that work. Put them in your autoresponder. That's what I do. I have my autoresponder goes out to 30 days, and I didn't do it all in one day. It's been building. When I send out emails, I found whichever one works, and I put them in rotation. All right, so we already did. How do you want to add these contacts? We've already done one by one manually. We added our own names to our list. That's why we add our own names. And we're gonna check out the email when we get the chance. But now instead, we're gonna upload a file. That same file that we just downloaded, even though I created it, we're gonna picture that I downloaded it. My leads. It's usually labeled leads. All right. It's trying to grab everything. All right. So we're gonna drop it in. I usually add. You have the option to add and update existing, or only add new, only update. I like to just add new. If you use add and update, it works the same. And then, yes, you have permission. These people signed up. They opt into your list. You have permission. They gave you permission to email them. And they just want to make sure that you verify that you did. They want to cover themselves. All right? So they've added themselves to your list, and now you're just emailing them, and you're using get response to get in touch with them, to reach out to them. All right, so I'm going to press next. Okay, so you can, at minimum, you need to know their email, which is already highlighted. This is going to happen. Sometimes the columns that are in your Excel doesn't line up with what they're familiar with. All right, so even though it says full name, there's one in there that says assign the field. We're down. I did that on purpose too. I knew it was going to do that. Name. If it was last name, you could have used last name. These are the ones that are already built in that they know. It's going to come in handy later when you want to use their hooks, their whatever you want to call them, their variables. So I just use name. Now you actually don't need the rest of this information. It's actually all they need. The minimum that they need is your email address and your name. So you can click here to skip the columns that are marked with a question mark. It's unfamiliar with them. Now you can go in and actually create custom variables, but you don't have to do that. If you want to have this information on here, but the minimum that you need and all that you really need is email and name. That's all we're using for now. Go ahead and click import. All right. It's a short list, so it should already be done. You uploaded 3. Let's see. Let's refresh. All right. 3 added to list. You see it right there? 3 added to list right there. Now, what's really cool, let's go over to Autoresponder. Well, I would give it a few seconds, but let's just see. Let's see how quick it works. Let's see. If I deliver it. It sent 4. It sent my original one that we put on. You see it right there, delivered. And then it sent the 3 that I just added. Look how quick that was. And look how smooth that was. Can't get better than that. Let's go back to there. Okay. You guys have come such a long way. I'm so proud of you. It's so amazing. We created Gmail accounts. We created TikTok accounts. We uploaded videos. You have 20 videos out there right now. In such a short period of time, you have 20 videos. Your accounts are getting attention. You're getting traction. We're building towards something. We learn how to drive the traffic using TikTok. And we also learn how to use paid traffic through MLGS and Traffic Authority. You guys are coming such a long way. Your list is building. We got our list. People are curious. They want to know more, and you're providing a service. You're providing that information. So now we're we're sending this information through an email marketing system with using an autoresponder. We are using get response. We are moving. The sales are going to start coming in. It's going to come in. You guys are doing everything right. Are you following along exactly? You're not cutting corners. That's not you. You're not the type of person to cut corners. You are following the blueprint that's laid out in front of you. You are not trying to reinvent the wheel. Follow these basic steps. I just showed, this is the core of it. I just showed you the core of everything. And let me show you this. I should already be logged in. Now this is just the basic training. It gets deeper. It gets so much deeper. But once you master this training, this basic, I'm saying very basic training, you are well on your way. The rest of the more advanced stuff is just there. It's just some like little how to tweak it. It's just a little bit more advanced training. It's not too much advanced, but it's something that makes a difference. It's gonna show you how to scale. So we can go to our myth backboard, log in. Look at this. Do you see that? Look at that. Training. More training. It's not a bad thing to want to perfect your craft. It's a good thing. If you're good at something and you can get better, you want to be the best. Let's say you don't want to be the best, but you still want to be successful. Don't be afraid to learn something new. Don't be afraid to just, if you see something, a little bit more training, it's all right. It's all right. In fact, I make sure I watch something new every day. And there are times where I might not have an idea for a video. I might go on and I search work from home. I search side hustles anyone can do. I search side hustles from your phone. Quit my job. I search that, and some of the videos I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. So you know what I do? I don't waste my time. I go and I say, all right, let me watch a training video. And I would watch a training video and something will spark like that. Like that. And now I have my ideas, and now I can move forward. So don't be afraid. This training is good. This is some real good training. My favorite is the weekly myth training calls. They usually have the top performers. Whoever's doing well in this system, you can ask them questions. You can say, hey, what do you do? What do you do if you have an issue? You can go ahead and ask them questions and see what they are doing, why they on there, and they are consistently on top. These people are on top consistently. When you check on the leaderboard right here, you're gonna see their names. It's gonna be a list of usual suspects. I'm on there sometimes. Let's see where I'm at. Let's see. Yeah, there I am. I'm top 10. I'm top 10 for now, temporarily. All right, so marketing system success training, weekly myth calls, top 3 myth interview. Now you're gonna get some nuggets out of there. So don't be afraid to look around. There are more resources in here. In fact, if you were to click on resources, they actually have some more email swaps. Look at that. Ask and ye shall receive. Is that what they say? Go back to the training. All right. So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for showing out. I want to encourage you to remain consistent. You guys are doing the right thing. You're not cutting corners. You're following the blueprint. You're following what's laid out in front of you. You are no longer afraid, or you're a little bit less afraid versus from day one to now. At least we chipped away at that. Your confidence is growing. Your skill sets are growing. You are more talented now than you were from day one. And I want to congratulate you guys. You guys have made such a wonderful decision for your future, for your family, for yourself. I want to encourage you to keep going, keep being motivated. If you have a problem being motivated, reach out to your sponsor. I hope it's me, but it's all right. Your sponsor, whoever's your sponsor, is going to be happy and more than willing to speak with you if you're having issues. You can also make sure you sign up for the Facebook group. It's even there. Step 1. You can join the Facebook group. You're gonna be surrounded by people who want you to be successful. And a lot of times there are going to be people in there who have the same questions. That has happened to me before, where I have a question and I'm getting ready to answer it, and I just look through and it's like, oh, there it is, and hey, there's the answer. So anytime you need questions asked and you can't find anybody, just go to the Facebook group. If you need some motivation, Facebook group. If you want to share some good news, we love good news. Please, Facebook group. All right, and only it's a private group, so you have to be a part of Myth. If that wasn't obvious, I'm sorry. You have to be a member of Myth to have access to this group. So all the links, all the resources from this video will be in the description. Go ahead. There's going to be a link that says get started. It's going to lead you to Myth. If you haven't signed up, feel free to. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share, and comment, and discuss, and circulate. Please. The channel greatly appreciate if you're enjoying this content. I greatly appreciate it. I know your time is precious. Thank you for taking time out of your day and just to sit here and watch me talk. But I don't want you to just sit here and watch me talk. I want you to take action. You can sit there and listen your entire life. Nothing's going to happen until you take action. So let's run that back. It's important to be consistent, but nothing's going to happen if you don't take action. So I encourage you, be consistent. Consistently take action. How about that? That's my new motto. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna put it on the shirt. All right, thank you guys. This is always a pleasure. See you on the next one.